Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are of good health, physical, mental, spiritual. Welcome back for another episode of the Splendida podcast. I'm your host, Daniel. There's a lot of kind of like misinformation about what a spiritual person is or does, and how a spiritual person lives. Let me tell you something. Spiritual people are not much different from the people who are not that spiritual, apart from the fact that spiritual people focus on certain aspects of their life or life in general. Spiritual people want to improve themselves. They want to have a better life by becoming better themselves. And they do that through doing a lot of things, okay? Like, for example, spiritual people do a lot of inner work, so-called shadow work, where we acknowledge, sorry, I'm just going to lift the mic here a little bit, where we acknowledge the fact that we have things in us that are not very positive, things that might either stop or slow down our progress, okay? That might stop us for a while to reach where we want to reach, to be what we want to be, to do what we want to do, okay? So we acknowledge that we work very hard on ourselves, okay? We accept that we've got things that ourselves we don't like, but we accept that they're there, and it's not something that we can just eliminate forever. Some things we can, other things it's a daily work routine, okay? So working on those, I wouldn't call it flaws, they're just like characteristics of our personality, okay? And that could be for a number of reasons, like maybe we got that from this particular life. We learn from someone or something, or we got that from our past lives, and it's just been carried on because probably it hasn't been resolved. So that's why we have it now, okay? But yeah, we work a lot on ourselves, and we always want to improve ourselves. And it's that level of being unsure sometimes about ourselves, having doubts. We do have plenty of doubts about ourselves along the course of this new path that we take, because we weren't always this spiritual. At one point we wanted to do this. At one point we thought, hey, I don't like the life that I'm living, even if for other people it was actually a good life. I need to find something else. I need to find something more. something more meaningful to me. For example, in my case, I started with doing Reiki, and now I'm doing psychic mediumship readings. Okay. And I'm also doing the talking to people, right? Or like a conversation to heal. You talk to heal. So you can contact me, and we can have a chat, whatever, about anything that you want. And I can give my point of view or my suggestions or my opinions, whatever. And that is it. So both of us, we talk in order, for you to heal. And obviously because I'm listening and because I'm helping, I'm also healing. Do you know what I mean? So it's like a give and take. It's beautiful. And I don't know where I'm going to be next. That's the beauty. It might be a little bit scary because I don't know what's next, but at the same time, there's beauty in it because I'm actually doing something that goes with my path. And a lot of people might think that spiritual people are, they're always these, I don't know, that they're hippies, for one, that we're always happy, that we're always smiling, and that is not the case. It's not the case. A lot of it, there's a lot of emotional downpour, so to speak, of feelings and emotions, obviously. It's not easy for us. There's many times where we realize that what we thought was the truth is actually not. And what we thought was not the truth, that it's actually closer to the truth than we thought. So that it really is like a roller coaster, and a lot of people can't handle it. A lot of people cannot deal with that. I don't want that. I don't want that. One day I'm feeling great. I'm feeling very inspirational, very creative, whatever. And then the next day or 2 days later, whatever that is, then I'm feeling down. I've got doubts. I'm preoccupied. I'm frustrated. I don't want that. I just want to be as constant as possible. That is not always possible. It's like we have to go through a lot of muck, a lot of dirt, so to speak. Like in terms of energy, we have to go through a lot of that low vibrational muck, right? So that we can get to the other side and come out clean, clear, and more positive. It's like that movie. It's probably one of the best movies ever made, Shawshank Redemption. If you haven't seen that movie, go and watch it. Shawshank Redemption with Morgan Freeman. There's the other main character. Oh, I forgot his name. He's brilliant character. Oh, there's quite a few well-known characters. It's from the 90s, mid-90s probably, end of the 90s. I'm not quite sure now. But anyway, Morgan Freeman is in it. Is brilliant. Any movie that he's in, I'm buying. But that one is amazing. And there is a scene where these, I see him as the main character. So the main character, he literally goes through a lot of, I don't want to say the word here, but a lot of, the nasty stuff, because there's a long like pipe. It's like a pipeline that he has to crawl through, and it's just full of the nasty stuff from the prison that he's in. So he needs to go through all that, but when he comes out at the end of that pipeline or whatever that is, it's raining, and he just stands up, and it's kind of like he's having a shower, and you can clearly see that it's like, well, it could have been clearer. He had to go through a lot of that to come out to the other side, and then the rain, which I saw it as, okay, the universe, right, acknowledges that you've been through a lot, but come the end of it, the universe is there to give you a reward. It's going to give you that nice, clean energy, with a lot of faith, a lot of motivation, whatever that is, for you to continue. And that's what happened. After that, when he came out on the other side, things got better for him. I don't want to spoil it too much if you haven't seen it, but it's classic movie. If you want to feel bad and great at the same time, or in the same movie, and feeling inspirational, then that is one movie that you should watch. It's just, I mean, I saw that very clearly, that imagery very clearly. And as a spiritual person, it's pretty much like that. You have to go through a lot. You have to analyze yourself a lot. And then the work is never done. It's never complete, okay? It's a daily thing that you have to work on. But for the majority of people, it's like a daily thing. Because we're never perfect. I mean, our spirit, our souls might be perfect, but we're here on this earth, which is very low vibration. And we have all of these things around us, all these distractions, okay, that keep us from, or delay us from getting to where we're supposed to be. So it takes a lot longer for us to do it. But once we are on that path, things just get moving. Whether they move slowly or move a little bit faster, it doesn't really matter, because you're moving, even if you think you're not. So we go through a lot of difficulties, a lot of nasty stuff, and most of it comes from us, or a lot of it comes from us, from ourselves, but also obviously the surrounding environment that we're in, and we need to learn to deal not only with the surrounding environment, to be able to interact and live with other people, but also with us. I mean, why is that saying, like, we are our own worst enemy, right? Or we are our worst enemies? Yes, because we tend to live these things in our heads. Sometimes they can be really difficult to come out of, and we think we can't do it. But in reality, we actually can. And it can be somewhat or fairly easy to reach those things, goals, objectives, whatever. if we stayed on that path, right? So yeah, we go through a lot. I know everyone does, but because spiritual people, we tend to not take the same path as everyone else that is not spiritual, if I'm making any sense. Yeah, so I'm not saying that we're better than everyone else. Of course not. We're not. We're not worse. We're not better. We're all the same. We really are. It's just people that chose to have like a more spiritual lifestyle, for whatever reason, we tend to view things in a different way, in a different perspective. We can be more open-minded. We can be more open to receive anything that comes to us that can help us grow spiritually, that can help us in our own path. And we are willing to accept that that is life, that you can't just have all the good things just like that and not expect things that will challenge you to be in your life. That's how you grow. That's how you grow. And that's how a lot of people tend to have like the best rewards, if I can say like this, if they have gone through a lot of difficulties. It doesn't always pan out that way. You know, sometimes you think like, oh, that's not fair. I've been through a lot and I'm still going through a lot, but these people, they seem to have it easy. You know, I want that. But everyone has got different paths, you know. Maybe to your eyes, their path is easy, but maybe it isn't, you know. And so maybe to their path, to their eyes, your path might be easy or okay, but you know that it isn't. So we don't know what the other person is going through, okay? So it's not fair to say that spiritualists have got easy, or they are a certain way, that they are hippies, that they are into, I don't know, drugs or mind-altering drugs or whatever, because we're not. Not all of us are into that. You know, or that we live in a simple way. We still do the same thing. We still have to use transport. We still need our clothes. We still need our foods. You know, we still need a roof to live in, a house to live in. I mean, so we're not that different, apart from the way we see ourselves and the world. That is a massive difference. So yeah, thank you for taking your time to be here with me. I think I'm just going to leave it here for today, and hopefully I'll see you in the next episode. Okay, take care of yourself and see you then. Bye.